So let's just increase the pressure just enough to make the two chair legs weightless. Just barely, right there. Little higher up. Now, start to increase the lift. Roll the, no, not now, as you go through it. Yes, keep turning. Wow, and now throw the club around to the camera. Wow, fantastic. And feel free anytime. Okay, so that's Healy. Anything that starts that far left is Healy. Okay, remember that the club face on a driver is almost 85% of the influence of the starting direction.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a ball starting that left,
it's shut.
It's well, and slicing, it means that you healed the crap out of it, right? So you get that pulling slice ball flight. But this indicates when, this normally would indicate a big hook. The club face is way closed compared to the path.
Right.
But when you have, 21 degrees of slice spin, this is an extreme heel.
Yeah.
If you had your spray on your face, you would probably identify that as really up close to the hosel. Okay. Really in these lines somewhere. Yeah. Completely out, the ball was almost completely outside that circle.
Okay.
But look at the gap that's formed.
Yeah.
That's a big part of the healing.
Okay.
Is the foot. Zoom. Look at your left foot going heel up.
Yeah.
Completely weight in the toes.
I'm not getting any of that.
And that's what we described.
Yeah.
You're doing the move that you're saying you're evolving away from. So I'm sure it is. Yeah. But in these three swings, there's a lot of this. Yeah. And so you can see when you're on your instep and you're falling forward, there just isn't a lot of rotation of the torso, and there isn't a lot of ground forces through the left heel to really create that speed when you're on your toes. Like get up on your toes and try to make a knockout punch.
Oh yeah, you don't have any power.
Right?
Yeah, you don't have any power.
Right, yeah, because you can't do any ground force.
Yeah.
So you don't have any striking power. That's a really good sign for you, especially if you, number one, swing slow enough to control where the weight goes. Right?
Okay.
And then when you're swinging full and you're looking at it on video or you're feeling it, then you know if you've done the pivot better, if your weight is going into that part of the foot. So all the elite golfers are all on the outside of the left heel.
Yes. Yep.
And we can find lots of video evidence of toes in the air.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like that. First try the practice swing. So we're trying to use just motions and use of the ground to control. That's right. That's perfect. Okay, can you do a back and forth 3 or 4 fluidly like a windshield wiper, and I'll film them. Okay, now move back to where you're about 2 inches off the chair. That's right about there. And now show me a few more of those back and forths. Lift the toe up. Get on the outside of your heel. Okay. Now go ahead and hit a golf ball softly like that. Somewhere around 50, 60 yards is just fine. I think having any target would be a mistake here. We're trying to be internally focused. Again. Okay. Challenging even at this speed, isn't it? Let's do a few more. Got to retrain a lot of nerves. Like Mike would always say, nerves are like wild animals.
Yeah.
Got to retrain nerves and muscles. Halfway back and stop. Go. Halfway back and stop. Step down into the heel and stop again. And then chip. Okay. Let's check this one out. Watch your hips. That the gap grows on the backswing almost immediately. Do you see that gap?
Yeah,
the gap right here?
Yeah.
You see that gap? That's about 2 inches, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. You're already moving in the direction. You're cheating. It's like a base stealer when he's got the green light. they'll catch him. When when they
Yeah.
pick him off, they say,
Yeah.
"Oh, we caught him leaning towards
Yeah.
second base."
Okay.
You're leaning in the direction that you're planning on moving in the downswing.
I see. Okay.
It's facilitating the downswing move. It's making it easier to accomplish now.
Okay.
When you're halfway there already,
Yeah.
like a bigger lead off.
Okay.
But watch the gap from here out.
Okay.
Now, what I tell people, and this is pretty universal, is if you can control the backswing and not move forward, your attempt to stay on the wall or even lift the wall is 90% easier if you control the depth of the hips on the backswing.
Right. So are you saying cheat to stay closer to the wall on the backswing?
Well, I would say your perfect drill would be to increase the pressure
On the wall.
on the wall as you take the club away.
As I take the club away. Okay.
I would ask you to try to increase the pressure enough,
If I want to actually try to back
To-
to the wall.
yeah,
Okay.
to where you feel like you're almost lifting the wall, lifting the chair legs on the backswing. Lift a half of an inch,
Okay.
and then lift another inch. Let's see you do it. Just go. Now let's see you just go hit the ball about 30 yards. That's right. That's amazing what that looks like. The way you look right there, you look like one of the greatest ball strikers of all time. That either looks like a Hogan or a Trevino right there. That's how good that
Increase
is.
the pressure on the wall.
Going back,
Going back.
big time. Now let's see you do that, just hitting the ball 30 yards with a third of a swing. Increase pressure, now lift even more. Terrific. Okay, so there's two things involved there. Number one, the feet are too wide.
Okay.
Number two, the action of the right ankle is going more this way
Up. And it should
instead
be going
of
this way.
in, low and in, with the heel leading. Now, here, do that, and you'll see, look at that.
Oh yeah, I'm way up here.
You're way over there.
Because if
Start
I go,
over again. Let's make sure you're not cheating, that you're in the center of the chair. Okay. Okay. So you were cheating about an inch. Okay. You're now in the center slat of that chair. Look at the gap.
Yep.
Okay, it's the correct gap. Okay. Now, yeah, without even moving the club, just roll your ankle into look how easy that is now.
It's way easier.
And now it's easier to lift the wall off the ground too.
Yeah.
Stick
Yeah.
your butt out and lift the chair more. That's right. So in order to, do you see what had to happen? You had to send your skull this way
Yeah.
to counteract the weight that was going backwards to
Right.
lift the chair.
Otherwise I'd fall over. I'd
That's
be like
right.
this.
So automatically, if the butt goes back, the head has to stay forward. It's equal either way.
Yeah.
But most people's heads come up and back through the impact zone
Yeah.
to counteract the weight pushing off the wall forward.
Yeah.
There's two hidden secrets here, right? Number one is most people come off, they lose their butt depth on the backswing.
So I want to increase my butt depth
On the backswing.
Okay.
And that makes it easier to maintain it or increase it on the downswing, because you're already cheating in that direction.
I just want to start cheating that way.
Show me again in slow-mo, starting from the beginning. Take your left shoe and flare it open about 20 degrees. There you go. Okay, go back, slow, increasing. Yep, keep going. Now, that's too much. Start over.
Too much increase?
Too much increase. Yeah, let's save that much increase. Let's just increase the pressure just enough to make the two chair legs weightless. Just barely, right there. Little higher up. Now, start to increase the lift. Roll no, not now, as you go through it. Yes, keep turning. Wow, and now throw the club around to the camera. Wow, fantastic.